tighter to my chest. That way, protecting my team for sure. But as a wide receiver group as a whole, we got to do a better job of that, and just making the play first before trying to make any extra moves or anything. So that would be what I would say.
When those drops come up in film study with Coach Shepard, what's his reaction?
He's not happy with it, of course. He kind of gets on us. We don't put the ball on the ground, and we held ourselves to that standard. So anytime that the ball is on the ground, it's a disappointment for us. And, that just means we haven't put enough work. So, we get to the drawing table, look what we need to do, and, correct it as soon as possible.
All right, man, great stuff.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Rome, do you notice a difference when you guys go play on a grass field on the road?
I mean, I don't feel a terrible difference. I honestly love playing on grass fields. I feel like there's more grip to it, and it allows you to play a little bit freer. And getting tackled isn't as tough anymore because you slide or you're not hitting that tough turf. So it's a little bit of an adjustment for sure. But I personally think it's an advantage for sure.
Rome, you touched on it, but I mean, you don't really drop passes. When you had those, is there some disbelief in the second after that? What was your immediate response after letting a couple of those go?
No, I immediately knew. I was just trying to get up the field before I make the play, and trying to get my yak yards and trying to get up the field and make an extraordinary play. But first you got to make the initial play to be able to do all that afterwards. So I knew on both times that it happened exactly what I was doing wrong, but I didn't correct it after the first one. After the second one, I was like, okay, gotta lock in and make the catch before I try to get loose.
Since you played Michigan State last year, going against this year, what do you remember last year, and what are you thinking about playing them this year? What do you know about them, and how do you think the defense is going to be?
I think they're going to be, a great team. Honestly, Michigan State has historically been a great team, and I think, they work hard. They got a lot of great players over there. We're going to have to come out and give them our best, just like we did last year. I know that they're, thinking about last year, thinking about, the bad taste that was left in their mouth after that game. So we got to come in with an even higher intensity this year and, get after them for sure.
Rome, how much is this a business trip for the team?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100% business trip. We want to go out there and execute on a high level, and that takes a high level of focus, high level of determination, and, not too much playing around. But, at the end of the day, we're playing football, a sport that we love, so we're going to go out there and have fun with it, but definitely a business trip for sure.
And how have you been able to kind of, assuming obviously distractions, leaving those out from last game and focusing on this game?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We have a 24-hour rule, so we put the last game behind us for sure, whatever happened with that, and, focus on Michigan State, so, yeah.
And playing your first road game, I'm sure coaches will message that a little bit different, but what's the mentality preparing now for your first road game?
Definitely, thinking about the time change and all that, and going out and playing on the grass fields. And you can see today we're taking precautions with playing, on some grass, and they're telling us to get to bed a little bit earlier just to help us with the time change. So, there's little details here and there that they, focus on to make sure we're getting right. But, at the end of the day, when you're out on that field, you're gonna have to know your offense, know your plays, know your defense. And, we're gonna have to go out there and execute our plays. So, focusing on that.
When you're running as a wide receiver, the first 5 yards, how important is it to win that battle between you and the DB?
Oh, it's, imperative to the route. Every single
Sure.
phase of the route has to be, a win, or else, you're not going to be open. So, depending on leverage of the DB, whether he's pressed up or he's back off, and you're trying to make every route look like a go route. So, that's the most important first step, I think, other than your release and your mechanics on your release for sure.
Have you talked